Matthew?
Thanks a lot. Matthew Lee, Intercity Press, on behalf of the Free UN Coalition for Access. Thanks for the briefing. I wanted to ask you about two countries, one being the host country. It seems like a lot of people are talking about the timing of trying to ask the Supreme Court to declare the death penalty contrary to the Eighth Amendment. And I wondered, I mean, it's not, I guess it's a legal question for you, but also, what do you think of the movement here in the United States to get it abolished or struck, declared unconstitutional? And I wanted to ask you about Saudi Arabia as well. Seems like, I mean, what's the trend there in terms? There's some very high-profile threats of execution, including of minors. But is it? What do you make of it?
Let me start with the U.S. Trends in U.S. are very much connected with the global trends. The most powerful legal argument at the moment is that the death penalty represents a cruel, inhuman and degrading punishment, and that it violates torture convention and its Article 7. Very similar debate is going on in the United States, and it's quite clear that some Supreme Court judges have the same thinking, not based on international covenant on civil and political rights, but based on the Constitution of United States and considering this as cruel and unusual punishment. Now let me make a little parallel between global trends and trends in the United States. There are more and more UN mandate holders, treaty bodies, special rapporteurs, which have had their opinions that the death penalty today represents a cruel, inhuman and degrading punishment. They say simply that through time, the threshold which makes cruel, degrading and inhuman punishment is changing. Just as Convention on Torture, when it started, it wasn't considered that it prohibits corporal punishment. And now it's almost universally accepted. So a similar move in interpreting cruel, degrading and inhuman punishment can be seen with regard to death penalty. The same debate, but domesticated, is taking place in the United States. So I know that there are different views in the United States whether it would be better to bring an adequate case immediately to the Supreme Court, or is it tactically better from abolitionist perspective to wait a little bit? And I wouldn't enter into these issues. But this certainly is a trend both global and here in this country. Concerning Saudi Arabia, the trend of moving away does not apply, but unfortunately also the trend dealing with corporal punishment. So it is, from human rights perspective, definitely a matter of concern.